Just bear some things in mind. Hello everyone, this is Elizabeth. This is the Dandy DIY, and we are decluttering. It took years for the clutter to start overwhelming you and taking over your home and just really, truly impacting and getting all built up. It took a long period of time to get that way. However, the great thing about reversal is it goes slower. When you back up a car in reverse, you go slow. You don't go 55 miles an hour. You're cautious, you're watching behind you, and decluttering works the very same way. The thing is, give yourself a time limit. Go in there with the idea of this is only going to take me 5, 10, 15 minutes, and work in those incremental time. When you work during the pause, you might be on hold. You are talking to somebody who can be your body double. Times a pause that you can use and do away with some of your clutter. And take all of that items out and getting it up to a level to where you are comfortable and you can work through your pile. Also bear in mind there are families who are homeless or displaced. They could have lost everything they owned in a fire, a flood, or lost their job and they no longer have a place to live and they're trying to get permanent housing. So once they get them set up, they provide them with everything that they can, and that person is probably going to give them a list because they're going to ask them, what are some things that you need, you could use, you're looking for, and they will make this list out. And as that's coming into their facility, they can easily set that aside and have it labeled for that individual and or family. Don't underestimate or discount your treasures and the items that used to be a very, very big value to you for someone else. Because remember, another man's loss is another man's treasure gained. So you are giving up something to give to someone else, and let those people benefit from them. Don't even lessen what you have. Don't think that yours is of lesser value just because you no longer need it. You don't have to fill up the landfill with items that you no longer need if they are usable. It might be someone that's just like you out there needing exactly what you have, because we're all consumers and we all use things and we have a lot in common with each other. We all share similar interests, and usually the age group that uses these items, and so therefore, you know, someone who's in their 40s might still use hot rollers, for example. And a gentleman at 35 years old will use an electric razor. Where we have advanced about 20 years, so we're not using those things anymore. They're still good appliances because, well, they are name brand, they're of value. So just don't discount what your items are to be of a lesser value at a later date. They are another man's treasures. So that is for them to gain. I just want to put that tidbit in there because I think people get the wrong impression with what decluttering is all about. Decluttering is basically taking back ownership and replacing the space with things that you are using and that you need right now in your life. Now you've allowed something else to house in that position. Now it's time for you to reclaim the position and use it for things that you are currently doing every day. That's something in your life that is necessary. And get rid of that clutter, get it out of your way, and make room for the new to come in for what you are using now that is probably sitting up on your countertop. You can't hardly move around. You are having to try and convince yourself, okay, let me go in there and try to get ready. You're in your bathroom. You need to be able to use your bathroom as you once did before without any trouble and without all this chaos and stress. So just don't discount the value of freeing up the space, getting rid of things you no longer use in order to put in place of it the things that you do use, and it will be so much easier for you if it's not congested. So the next step here is to remove all items that I plan to donate, anything that needs to be thrown away and disposed of, and clean it all off, and then put back those things that I am planning on keeping that do have use in my home. Those are just some things that you can take along on this decluttering journey and get your house back into order, and your space becomes yours again and is no longer being given up and taken over by unnecessary, unusable items that you no longer need that can serve someone else. I cleaned the appliances and a few of the items that I'm donating, like the bottled hand sanitizers and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure there's no dust on it to show that they are clean, they are new. And I took the water picks and I wrapped those appliances up with some shrink wrap, because they're clean, they're sanitized, and that is being used for the mouth. And I tightly wrapped those up. I put the instruction booklet with them and placed them in a box of their own to keep them sanitary. So that took me a little bit longer. Those are some things that I personally do because I'm donating this with the intentions that it will go to a home, to someone who needs it, or that it will be purchased in the missionary store. And if you do that, you will be so thanked by the volunteers. Remember, those volunteers are exactly that. They receive no wages, no money. They have dedicated their time and energy to go and sort through these items and put them out. And if you've already pre-sorted and put that stuff organizedly into a box, it saves them so much time and energy, and it can quickly be dispensed and sent to wherever it needs to go, whether it's the store or to a home, to individuals. So bear that in mind. How would you like to receive that item? How would you like to see it displayed? And take that extra time. Now, if you don't have that extra time and energy, I totally understand. Put it in a box. The volunteers will work it. But appliances that, to me, those are things that I want sanitary, and the less cleanup the person has to do. And if you happen to have the manual and the information, the instruction booklet, place it with it just as I have. Those are just some things that I personally do and I would recommend. We are down to the things that we actually will use. I mean, you can literally put lots more in there, and everything is seeable. You can literally open the cabinet and see every item in there and easily get it without knocking anything over. I hope these tips are helping you, and I hope that it is assisting you. And it is the DOD, Declutter, Organize, Donate. But remember what I told you before. Always ask your 3 questions. Do I use it? Will I need it? Is it important to me? And when you have isolated those 3 questions, you know what to do from there. You know how to organize it to where it best works for you and your home and your family. And you know what is truly, truly beneficial and helpful. And I assure you, you're going to have the feeling that I'm enjoying right now, this overjoy of knowing that cabinet is totally clean, it's organized, and I even feel secure getting anything out of there. And it's going to be easy to reach. And if I send someone to the cabinet to get something for me, guess what? They're going to be able to see it plain sight. And there's no need for them to mess up anything else in there. They too will benefit. And trust me, my family is truly, truly enjoying these new changes. They have all jumped on board, and they are all donating stuff of their own and cleaning out stuff. And it's just really become contagious, and it's just started this whole phenomenal, wonderful aid. And I have loved it. And I know that you guys are going to enjoy the same benefits as me. If you're enjoying these videos, you know what to do. And thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, go ahead, because we're going to keep doing this. One room at a time, one cabinet at a time, one shelf at a time, whatever, one at a time. So until the next video of decluttering, organizing, and donating, well, I'll be cleaning, y'all.